history about me is I'm Darrin Hackney with Darrin Hackney Photography. I've been in business full-time for about 6 years. I started photography about 12 years ago, and at that time I had zero desire to be a professional photographer. I just wanted better pictures of my dogs. I had a beagle and a bagel at that time. Their names were Steve and Maggie. Steve was the bagel. That's half passing out that beagle. What I was doing at that time before photography was I was in the bar, nightclub, hospitality industry for 24 years. I started out the day I turned 21, and I worked in several different businesses. Moved to Wichita in 1990, and I couldn't get a job anywhere, and it's because nobody knew me, which is fine. And I got a job at Bennigan's. The only reason I got a job at Bennigan's is because I wasn't going back to Emporia. I just came down on a Saturday. I needed a place to live and I needed a place to work. And so I sat in the bar waiting for the manager to come out to interview me. I waited an hour and a half. And because I was just waiting to go, before I could go back to Emporia. And he comes out and he goes, "Oh crap, I totally forgot about you." And he goes, "If you waited an hour and a half for me to interview you," he goes, "I want you. I want to hire you." He goes, "Because you're different." I'm like, "Cool, I got a job." I was excited. Being in Wichita, working my way up, Bennigan's was a great resource. I worked around a lot of great people that have since then spun out, opened up different restaurants, bars. Also, other people, jumped into different industries. But just from that group of people that I met back then, has helped me grow, and then also grow other businesses, start businesses, manage businesses. Some are still open today, and some are closed. Worst day as a photographer was definitely in the early days. We had a commercial headshot shoot scheduled at the first studio I worked in, and at that point we just were working with what other people had taught us. I didn't really know why we were doing what we were doing. We just said, plug this in, turn this on, and go. And what we didn't count on at that time was somebody taking some of the stuff, the key components that connected the camera to the lights. And we're like, how do we fire these things? We've got people coming, so we're scrambling. And we find a camera store that totally helped us out. But I was embarrassed because we didn't know what we thought we knew. It made me realize I need to be prepared before I say yes to an assignment. And I know there's a lot of people out there that will just say yes to an assignment and then figure it out. The old, well, we got to start somewhere. But at the same time, there's a reason why the client is asking you for your work. So don't lie to them. It's very simple. There's a lot of best days. Like when I'm shooting weddings, I am shooting their best day. I don't want to say any day is best for me. It's best when if you see some of my work, I love to shoot wide. I love to bring Kansas skies into my shots. I want to bring the couple together and give them something super artsy that they could possibly put above their fireplace or put on their couch. So when their friends come over and they go, "Holy crap, that's from your wedding day?" To me, that's my best day, because I can't recreate that every time. I'm at the mercy of the weather. Whether it's windy, rainy, stormy, that's a one-shot deal. That's their wedding day. And I told a story on that wedding day. So those are the best days for me, when I've got clients that are super happy and are just blown away by the gift that I can provide for them. Just me being me and my art, what I bring to the table. Okay. So why did I get into photography? As far as why did I fully jump ship into photography, is I started realizing as I got later in my years, my age, my passion for the bar, hotel, nightclub industry was not there anymore. I knew I was good at it. I loved what I did, but then I started realizing that who I needed to be over there was not me anymore. And as I got into photography, I started realizing I'm really me, the real self, and I like who I am over here. I didn't like me over here, I like me over here. So I started making the transition into doing more photo shoots and more photo shoots until I started establishing a business. And I've gone to workshops where they said, jump and the net will appear, jump and your wings will appear. And I used to think it was hokey pokey, but they were honestly actually right. Because when I fully jumped ship into my photography business, I was fine because I was all in. When I was also working, my day job and doing some photography, I was half in here and half in here. But when you go full in, you go all in, it's amazing what happens because all your effort, all your energy goes into what you do. So as far as the quality that I bring into the table, I've had a work ethic since high school when I was a little grocery store clerk, stocking groceries, cans of chicken noodle soup and things like that. I just had a work ethic that I brought to the table. The two things that actually really helped me shape who I am is the grocery store and also my parents. The one thing I noticed with both my parents, Dad worked at an agricultural, they made tractors in Heston, Kansas. My mom worked at a bank. I learned from them to show up, do your job, don't be a pain in the ass, and you'll be rewarded with employment. And that's just what I bring to the table. Every wedding that I shoot, every commercial shoot that I do, anything that I bring, I show up on property, I'm full in. I'm working for the client. I'm giving you the best of everything that I've got at this moment. I don't go whining and crying about some boo-hoo moment because the client doesn't care. They want something from me. I have to provide the service. I have to provide the quality that they've hired me for. So whatever I've got going on, if I spilled milk all over the counter this morning because I'm trying to make a bowl of cereal, they don't care. If anything happened, somebody flipped me off on the way home from boxing this morning, doesn't matter. It's about the client. And I will always know that. It's not about me, it's about them. Just take my gift and give it to them. One thing I would encourage Wichita to do, I can't make Wichita better, but I would encourage everyone just to have more of an open mind. We've continually got projects, we continually have events, we continually have a community of things that are growing, and some people are still going to try to hold on to the past. This is the way we used to do things. I'm encouraging you to open your mind and say, this is a new way. This may be a better way. This is another way. But being part of the community, seeing how everybody is coming together is fantastic. So that's only happening because there was a select few of people that started with an open mind. And now it's growing and a lot more people are starting to have an open mind, but there's still the negative ninnies that are out there poo-pooing anything that we do or any movement that is happening. And I'm just encouraging you, just open up your mind. Shut your mouth down for a second and just listen. Listen to what these people have to say. One thing I've always brought to the table, anytime anybody has ever wanted to ask me anything or say, I want to show you something, I say, I'm listening. I will always listen. So it could be a new project, it could be a new idea, it could be a new invention, it could be a new anything. I don't believe we're stuck in the past. I want to see what we can do for the future.